So this is a video for week 8, recording, playback and decoding techniques. So the first thing to think about is what we're decoding from. So it could be that we're decoding from a mid-side recording. It could be that we're decoding from a double MS, also known as MSM. Or it could be that we're decoding from a B format or A format even, or B format to go to another format. So what we could decode to, we could go to stereo, we could go to a surround image, or we could go to a binaural image, so that there is some 3D playback possible. So the latter one is only possible from the kind of double MS and the B format recordings. I've got a session here that has a mid-side recording, just a normal mid-side, not a double mid-side, and I've generated a kind of pseudo surround image out of that. So what you're hearing is actually a stereo fold down of the mix, so you can't actually hear it, but I will hopefully play this on Wednesday in the studio. So here's a little bite of what the recording is. This was recorded for an art installation that went to America, and it displayed surround recordings from different times of the day and night, as well as that recorded at different heights. So there's this huge tower that went up in the trees, and a mid-side recording was made on all the different heights, and so that's what you're listening to, a selection of these recordings. So I just want to show you how that is kind of taken further. So the routing in this session is slightly unorthodox, but it hopefully you can follow it. So first of all, we've got the mid here. That's the cardioid mic, and the side, which is the figure of 8 microphone. So the cardioid is mixed to an output which is called, in this case here, the strangely enough, it's just a surround mixing, but to a bus that's called dialog C. It's just a place to route it so we can retrieve it later. And here we've got a bus routing that is, in this case, bus 1 and 2. So that bus 1 and 2 is retrieved on these two channels here, and they basically receiving the same. So there's basically the side positive and the side negative. So this is just the side channel as it is, and then here I've inserted this plugin so that we can reverse the phase. It's just that button there. It's not there for the EQ purpose, but just for the purpose of reversing the polarity of the signal. So we have two versions, a positive and a negative, and they're going out on bus 3 and bus 4. So then bus 3 and 4 are retrieved on this channel, which is called stereo, but at the same time I'm sending this mid signal, and I'm adding that up also to bus 3 and 4. That's going also to bus 3 and 4. So bus 3 and 4 is mixed with, on the one side, on bus 3, a positive signal of the side, and that added up with the cardioid mic, and on the other side, the negative side of the signal added up with the cardioid mic to retrieve the stereo from the figure of 8 signal. So that's the stereo here. That is then routed out in the image to a part of the surround 5-on surround image. That's the dialogue stereo. So it's basically the stereo speakers in a surround image. And then here we've got left surround, right surround, and then retrieving a version. As you see, we see here that it says bus 5 and 6. As you can see, I'm sending the side channel here also to bus 5 and 6. That's just a kind of mono version of the side channel, and I'm sending that to bus 5 and 6 and then delaying that by 40 milliseconds. That's kind of the delay you would expect of something coming from the back. And then EQ that slightly to take the high frequencies off a little, and that's kind of providing the pseudo for the back two speakers in a surround image. That is then all routed through. As you can see, this is going to the dialogue left surround, right surround. So that's all routed into the surround image. So we've got the center speaker, which is the cardioid, and then we've got the left and right, which is the side channel that is mixed with the mid channel, added up on the positive and the negative side. So that ends on the left and the right channel. Then we've got left surround and right surround that are pseudo surround and made from the side channel, and then delayed and EQ'd a little bit on the back channel. And then here we've also got on this of this bus here, we've also got inserted a low air plugin. That's a plugin that can generate from the normal 5.0 image, if you want, from the 5 channels that are the center speaker and the quad speakers in that surround image. It generates a low frequency effect channel, so it's basically filtering and also making up some lower octaves from higher frequencies, and that then all adds up into a 5.1 image, and then that's being recorded onto this channel. So let's have a look on the other side. There you go. That's sort of the recording, the resulting recording. You can see that there's a sub channel there, and the center one is in the middle here. And let's have a little listen. Ideally what they should have done on the recording, but I wasn't involved at the recording process, only in the kind of post-production of this. They should have taken a double mid-side. We would have a true surround image, but or maybe one of the Tetra mics. However, it was still interesting to listen to. I'll let you hear it on Wednesday, so you can have an idea of what this sounds like. Once the conversion to binaural has been done, might be worth looking at these sort of output options. First of all, there is the YouTube specs. I've put all the links of these below the video. The YouTube 360 virtual reality support. So if you wanted to publish any recordings online, you could do it through YouTube, maybe with a still image or even with film if you wanted, but the recording can then be converted, and the specs are on the YouTube website. And then also there is a plugin bundle that is the Ambisonics Toolkit. It's kind of a link to Reaper software. You would have to use that because of the it allows for the routing system, although more DAWs now start supporting Ambisonics. But it also provides a plugin option to convert to binaural. And same for the Ambix bundle. It's VSTs that work with lots of DAWs. Both of these, by the way, are free. I've also stated some paid for options, slightly more advanced, but they're paid options. But the Ambisonics Toolkit and Ambix are both free. And I've also stated game audio implementation of Ambisonics into the Wise software, which also supplies a conversion to binaural. Here are the specs for YouTube, and this is actually not a binaural, but just takes the Ambisonics signal direct. It provides here support for first order Ambisonics, so you can upload a movie or an MP4. The Ambix plugin bundle, which is a VST plugin bundle, and as you can see here at the bottom, it says for you will also need the binaural decoder presets if you want to listen on headphones. So that's basically the conversion from B format to binaural. And this is the Wise spatial audio, and also here use effects plugins such as Arrow headphone to convert ambisonics to binaural. There is much and much more support for binaural applications. More and more applications appear. Also to mix straight from DAWs, for example from Pro Tools, you can mix straight to videos and actually pan sources in 360 degrees. So more and more tools are coming on the market at the moment.